Hey and welcome to the Daily Arsenal News Show. Let's begin with our daily news. Jose Mourinho eyes shock move for Arsenal midfielder Albert Sambi Lokonga. Roma boss Jose Mourinho is plotting a shock move to sign Arsenal midfielder Albert Sambi Lokonga this summer. That's according to AsRomaLive.it, who claim that the Giallorossi are suddenly on the market for a new midfielder following an injury to one of their key summer signings. Mourinho led Roma to win the UEFA Conference League last season. The Giallorossi are aiming to reach a wholly new level this term, and Gini Wijnaldum was brought in from PSG to help them on their journey. Sadly, the Dutchman broke his leg in training last weekend, and he's set to face a long spell on the sidelines. Talksport revealed that he could even miss the World Cup in Qatar in November, which is a huge personal blow for him. Roma weren't planning on signing another midfielder in this window, but Mourinho and co are now forced to bring someone into cover for Wijnaldum until he's back. The report claims that the special one has turned his attention to Lokonga, who only joined Arsenal last year. The Belgian played 24 times for the Gunners in the debut campaign, and he really is a talented midfielder. Lokonga, branded as a special player, still has 4 years left on his Arsenal contract. 22-year-old Lokonga was absolutely brilliant for Arsenal in the first half of the campaign. He is excellent on the ball, is really good at progressing the game forward, and can play as a 6 and also as 8 in the middle of the park. The Belgian really does have a bright future, but he's not the first choice at Arsenal in the Premier League. Granit Xhaka and Thomas Partey are undisputed starters for the Gunners in the middle of the park, while new boy Alexander Zinchenko can also feature there when required. That's probably why clubs like Roma and Milan are eyeing a move for Lokonga, but Arsenal shouldn't even consider it. The Gunners are back in the Europa League this season, and the Belgian will be a regular starter there, unless Arteta and Edu can bring in a new midfielder before next week deadline. Letting Lokonga go makes absolutely no sense. Injured Arsenal player confirms on Instagram he's now back in training. Arsenal Academy graduate Reiss Nelson has confirmed on Instagram that he's now back in first team training. Earlier this month, Mikel Arteta confirmed that Nelson was injured and would miss the eventual 4-2 win over Leicester. He felt something in training, Football.London reported. We scanned him, and the doctor came with bad news. It's a muscular injury. Hopefully, he will be back soon. When asked if he knew when Nelson would be back, Arteta replied at the time, not yet. They need to do another test, and hopefully, next week, we'll have more information. Nelson had featured and scored for Arsenal team in pre-season, and then made the bench for the Premier League opener against Crystal Palace. The Athletic recently claimed that Nelson may get chances to impress the Gunners' boss this season, indicating that he will likely stay in North London. And on his Instagram story, Nelson confirmed that he was now back on the training pitch ahead of the weekend clash with Fulham. It could be a big season for Nelson at Arsenal, with Arteta looking for more options in wide areas this term. Nicolas Pepe has left on loan, and while Pedro Neto is a key target, if a deal cannot be done with Wolves, Nelson might get chances. At the very least, he would hope to get game time in the Europa League if he does not leave on loan between now and the end of the transfer window. Jamie Carragher says Gabriel Jesus has been the best player in the Premier League this season. Jamie Carragher has paid tribute to Arsenal striker Gabriel Jesus, who joined the club from Manchester City this summer. In the Telegraph, Carragher said that Jesus has been the best player in the Premier League in the opening weeks of the season. Arsenal are top of the league as the only club with a 100% record, with 3 wins from 3 games ahead of the weekend clash with Fulham. Jesus has come in to spearhead their attack and is relishing being the main man after a period of squad rotation at Manchester City. The manner of their victories have been eye-catching, Arsenal delivering dynamic attacking performances, he said. No matter how early it is, Arsenal look sharper and better equipped than a year ago. Gabriel Jesus could be a game-changing signing. He has been the Premier League's best player in the first month. The 25-year-old was brought to Arsenal to boost their firepower after a season where they just came up short in the case for the top 4. Alexander Lacazette was not the kind of striker Mikel Arteta would ideally use, and the Spaniard got rid of Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang in January. Jesus is the right profile of striker with a Premier League experience, but also plenty of time to improve in the future. Mikel Arteta hints at further Arsenal deals as Nicolas Pepe exit boost transfer plan. Arsenal boss Mikel Arteta has hinted that he could look to replace Nicolas Pepe, with the winger having sealed an exit from the Emirates Stadium. The Ivorian winger was confirmed to have joined League One outfit Nice earlier this week on a season-long loan spell in a move that brings to an end a stuttering spell in North London. Having arrived at the Emirates Stadium for a club record £72 million back in 2019, he has seen his game time dwindle since his debut season and will now look to reignite his career back in France. Ahead of his side's Premier League showdown with Fulham at the weekend, Arteta has hinted that Pepe's exit could potentially lead the Gunners dipping into the transfer market once more to bolster their wide options. It of course remains to be seen who is on the Gunners shortlist, but a number of Premier League players have been linked with the club, including Wolves star Pedro Neto. Speaking on potential replacements for Pepe, Arteta said, "If we can implement the plan that we have, we will try to do it. In that plan, that Pepe leaving was something that could happen. Now it's a reality. We have been preparing for the last 2 months, and now we will see." During his time at Arsenal, Pepe has been usurped in the battle to be a starter at the Emirates Stadium. Bukayo Saka and Gabriel Martinelli deployed in wide positions in last weekend's win against Bournemouth. Arteta has revealed that first-team football was a prime reason behind Pepe's exit. Arsenal is not expected to compete with West Ham for long-term target. Reports have linked Arsenal with a move for Lyon Lucas Paqueta for much of this transfer window, and the Brazilian looks set to move to the Premier League. However, it's unlikely to be the Emirates because another English club wants to sign him. Reports claim West Ham has advanced talks to add him to their squad before this window closes. Arsenal is still active in the market, and it shows that Lyon is willing to cash in on him. Ideally, it should spur them into action to try to hijack the move. However, a report on The Independent is now revealing that the Gunners are not expected to make a bid for him, clearing the way for the Hammers to get their man. "We have signed some impressive players in recent transfer windows, and our creative midfield probably doesn't have space for a new player. Fabio Vieira has still not found space to play. Adding Paqueta to the group will make his situation worse, but squad depth is very important, and nothing is as delightful as being spoiled for a choice of whom to pick as a football manager. If we don't move for him, that would be a clear sign to our current options that we trust them, and I need to do well for us in this campaign." Journalist claims Arsenal will be eyeing Caicedo. Arsenal have been busy in this summer transfer window, bringing in 5 new signings. With a week left until the deadline, the Gunners are still being linked with potential new recruits. Based on current speculation doing the rounds, Arsenal are targeting a new winger and another midfielder. In terms of engine room options, Moses Caicedo is a name that has recently appeared on the rumour mill. A recent report in the Sunday Mirror via the Express claimed that Arsenal are contemplating a move for Caicedo. Manchester United were also reportedly monitoring the Brighton ace, though they have now signed Casemiro, and Liverpool are apparently eyeing Caicedo too. Ecuadorian outlet Study Football via the Mirror recently claimed the Reds were plotting a €50 million bid. Caicedo has had a great start to the season, helping Brighton win 2 out of their first 3 league games. All Nigeria Soccer recently described him as an all-action midfielder who can be likened to a mini version of a French legend N'Golo Kante. Daily Star journalist Paul Brown reckons the 20-year-old as an exciting prospect who Arsenal will be keeping tabs on. However, he also reckons that a switch to the Emirates Stadium might be a little early for him at this stage in his career. In an interview with Give Me Sport, Brown said, "He's gone there. You wouldn't say he's pulled up any trees really so far, but he's an exciting prospect, and I'm sure he's someone that Arsenal will keep tabs on, but I think for this window, it might be a little early for him." Graham Potter has recently claimed that Caicedo is happy at Brighton and enjoying his football there, and with his contract running until 2025, the Seagulls aren't in any rush to sell him. Nonetheless, Caicedo is surely a player Arsenal will be monitoring over the coming 12 months. Journalist says Pedro Neto is aware Arsenal want him this summer. Journalist Paul Brown has told Give Me Sport that Pedro Neto is aware that Arsenal want to sign him, while Wolves are also in the loop regarding the Gunners' interest. Arsenal are going to be one of the sides to watch in the last week of the window, and it appears that they have received a boost in their pursuit of one more addition. The club have confirmed that they have agreed a loan deal with Nice for Nicolas Pepe, and with that, the door appears to be open for Arsenal to bring in a new signing. Reports this week claim that Neto is Arsenal's top target for the winger role, and it seems that all parties are now on standby for efforts to bring the Portuguese to the Emirates to step up. Brown has claimed that both Wolves and Neto now know that the Gunners would like to strike a deal. I don't think a bid has been made, but both his club and the player are aware that Arsenal are interested in him, he told Give Me Sport. It might be that they want to get Pepe out of the door before they do anything more formal than that, but there is definitely a strong interest there. Arsenal are already contenders for the winners of the transfer window. In fact, it's very easy to justify why Mikel Arteta's men may have done the best business of this summer. They, of course, lead the Premier League table after 3 games and boast a flawless record. Obviously, tougher tasks are still to come, but it's a tremendous start for Arsenal, and signing Neto would be a further statement. He is a fantastic talent who has been described as sensational in the past, and the early signs are that he's going to have a brilliant season. Arsenal fans will be hoping that he's soon on his way to the Emirates. Arsenal want to sign Marco Asensio after he angered Real Madrid. Arsenal and Manchester United are both interested in signing Real Madrid attacker Marco Asensio this summer. The Mirror reported yesterday that the 26-year-old Spanish international has emerged as a target for Mikel Arteta's side, who are on the lookout for a new winger before the transfer window shuts. Mundo Deportivo have backed that claim and have even reported Manchester United's interest in the Real Madrid man. Arsenal and Manchester United have had very different starts to the Premier League this season. The Gunners are unbeaten and are on top of the table at the moment, while the Red Devils have lost 2 of their first 3 games. However, both clubs are still keen on strengthening their squads before the transfer window shuts next week, and a new winger is on the agenda for each of the 2 managers. Asensio, branded as a world-class player, has entered the final year of his contract at Real Madrid, and there is a very good chance that he could be sold in the coming days. Arsenal and Manchester United would both reportedly like to sign him, but he's not on top of either club's wish list at this moment in time. Arsenal's priority target is Pedro Neto, while Manchester United are doing everything they can to sign Antony from Ajax. That makes Asensio a backup option, but things could change very quickly in the coming days. Asensio is highly regarded at Real Madrid, and the Galacticos even want to keep hold of him. However, his actions have reportedly angered Florentino Perez and the rest of the club's hierarchy. I will be uploading daily Arsenal news, so keep your eyes on the channel and don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate your support. Peace out.